Exploring the mountains, forests, and hidden off the beaten path trails of Vancouver Island can definitely be done on foot. And this season we have done that by hiking and even snowshoeing. But the chance to experience all the natural beauty, diversity, and wonder of this island in the Pacific Ocean by bike is something I've rarely had the chance to do. But I hear that it's one of the best ways to explore this place that I call home, even in the winter. Now, winter here on Vancouver Island is just a little bit different than the rest of Canada. We've got more rain than snow and more green on the ground than the white stuff. And so the idea of biking year-round here really is a possibility. If you want to get off your couch, get outside and explore, even if it is raining or snowing, it's still an option. You just need to know where to look. So let's hit the trails on Vancouver Island Explored, Winter Wonderland. My name is Dan King, and I live on an island in the Pacific Ocean off the west coast of Canada. Over the last few years, I've been showing off this incredible place that I call home to people from all over the world. Last season, it was all about my favorite summer destinations. But this time around, I'm inviting you to join me in exploring the beauty of the winter months here. And I want to introduce you to some of the interesting people that I've met along the way. Welcome to Vancouver Island Explored, Winter Wonderland. Welcome back. My name's Dan King, and I've been your host as we've been exploring Vancouver Island together this season. Now, when the winter snow and rains are falling, and you get a bit of an itch to hit the mountain bike trails and have some extreme fun, you've got two pretty clear choices. First, you can gear up, hit the trails and get very wet and get very muddy, which is a lot more fun than you might expect, or head inside, build some friendships, find some new community, work on those technical skills at an indoor bike park, much like the one that we're going to visit today, just outside of Nanaimo.
So the dream behind Send Air was really just to be able to hit bigger jumps that I wasn't normally comfortable hitting with, and give the opportunity to everyone else in the Vancouver Island area to be able to do the same thing. Taken a few gnarly slams over the years, taken some injuries, taken some time off work, had to quit certain sports, and it's just really not something that I wanted to keep doing. So I made it possible to be able to have a forgiving landing. The community that's developed around here is just absolutely amazing. All the riders, it's so weird. It's almost like everyone's kind of in the same school. Everyone kind of knows each other. You turn up to the skate park, you turn up to the dirt jumps, and you're always meeting your friends. So let's go check it out.
Okay, so I've been watching everybody else do this, and I think I've got it figured out. I've borrowed a bike, I've borrowed a helmet, and we'll see if I can pull this off. Now I'm gonna start with the 1 foot ramp, and if I feel confident with that, then I'll move up to the 4 foot ramp. The 1 foot is not intimidating at all, but I don't wanna go too hard, too fast, so we'll see what happens. Be prepared to be less than amazed with this. I think it's gonna be over quick, but I do know it will be fun. Well, that was better than I expected it to go. I may have only been on the smaller 1-foot ramp instead of the big, kind of intimidating to be honest, 4-foot ramp, but you never know what the future will bring. I'll probably be back here to try for bigger and better next time, but for now, 1 foot was enough. It seems like the perfect time now to head back outdoors and up to the mountains, where I've heard this weekend there's an enduro race happening on mountain bikes. And I think it would be a great time to meet some of that community. I want to introduce you to another friend I've made in the last little while named Tam. He's one of the organizers of this enduro mountain bike race, and his passion for the sport comes through really, really clearly as he tells you all about his story in mountain biking.
My name is Tam Crawford. Mountain biking for me is like an escape. It's physically challenging. But it also takes my mind completely out of thinking about anything else, because it's complete 100% focus on what you're doing. It's not like road riding where you're just sort of spinning and your brain is working and thinking about God knows what. I don't want to do that. I want to turn my brain off and focus only on one thing and one thing only, and that for me is kind of what is the appeal for mountain biking. The island is a fabulous place to ride. So many great trail systems, and conditions are usually really great most of the year. It's a wonderful place to be.
I'm now heading way up to the first of the 5 stages in this race, and it is a hike.
Today was an enduro race, which is one of the hugely popular styles of mountain bike racing these days. It's like a downhill race, except the riders have to make their way to the top under their own power, and they'll do that multiple times over the day. Today we had 5 stages, so they had to ride up, ride down a stage, go back up again, do another stage until they had finished all 5 stages. This year is the 30th year of racing at Hammerfest. The club used to do downhill races. We still do a cross-country race every year, and we put on a cyclocross race every year too in Qualicum. So there's lots of mountain bike racing. Enduro seems to be one of the most popular at the moment.
Well, I've been up here on the mountain now watching the bikers for about 2 hours, and I'm getting ready to kind of transition where I've been. I'm heading down into more wooded area now, where I hear there's a different stage. It's a lot more technical, and the bikers need to have a lot more skill with them as they do it. So let's head down there and see what we can find, and feel like we're in for some fun.
rode more than I thought I would.
All good. Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the rest of your stay. Okay, this is a little bit of an update moment. I've run into a bit of a snag coming down the hill now after the races are done. It's quite a long hike down, and let me just show you. Had a shoe blowout. Apparently the heel separated from the upper of the shoe, and it's gonna make coming down a lot more tricky. But you know what? I figure I can handle it. It's only a couple kilometers left to go. You never know what kind of challenges you're gonna run into when you're exploring Vancouver Island, and so you always wanna be prepared. In this case, an old pair of shoes that have served me very, very well were the right choice, but apparently now they're not. Well, I did finally make it down the mountain to the gathering point where everyone was hanging out post-race, eating, awarding all the prizes and the medals for the day, and I actually ran into someone who had helped me get organized for spending the day here at this event, and we talked a bit about his story.
So my name's Dakota. My dad actually got me into mountain biking when I was, I think 11 years old. He thought it would be something really cool to do as a family, and just been hooked ever since. Mountain biking on Vancouver Island is super rad. Honestly, the community of mountain bikers that we have on the island is probably what makes it the best. Everyone supports each other, and it's just a good group of people. And also the trails are top-notch. Super fun day out there on the trails. The race stages were awesome. Couple little mechanical issues for me, but super fun day. It was awesome riding with a group of rad riders, and I got to give it up to the organizers for putting on an awesome event.
It has been both an exhilarating and an exhausting day as we've been biking indoors and now outdoors here at the mountain. The fun of it, the excitement of it. I've really been impressed by the community that I've found here, and I want to investigate that a little bit more with you. So on our next episode, we're going to sit down with a member of the Vancouver Island biking community and talk with them and find out how they became a part of it and what their experience has been in it all. And then for the season finale, I'm going to take you on a road trip up the east coast of Vancouver Island. As the winter months begin to disappear and the spring months begin to unfold, it is something to behold here on Vancouver Island Explored, where I'll see you next time.
Don't you ever stop.